we might have to go back shallower. I definitely saw better activity in there. Oh God, there's something decent. Wow. Whoa, there's a big one. There we go. Oh, woo! Listen to that drag.
I look out across the water, I smell the salt, I feel the breeze, but in my heart I hear the calling of my old home, Tennessee.
Hey FishAholic fam, welcome back to another episode, or welcome to the channel. My name is Rich and I just launched the kayak down here in the Florida Keys. It is a beautiful day, as you can see, and my buddy Elias is out here somewhere. I'm looking for him. He's in his kayak and he got a little bit of a head start on me because after we launched, I caught some pinfish near the launch spot, and the goal today is to go way out. I've fished inshore in this zone, but I've never gone past like a quarter mile offshore. And if the seas cooperate and the winds, we might even head up to 5 miles offshore in the kayak. And it is the last day for the black grouper season. It's December 31st, 2024. So if we're lucky, maybe we could get a keeper black grouper and put them in our Buffalo Gear cooler up front. And there should also be some mutton snapper around. We might encounter cobia if we're extremely lucky, mahi if we go way out, and there also could be some red grouper, mangrove snapper, yellowtail. So it should be a fun day, and I'm starting to mark some fish, so I think we should start fishing, or at least put a plug out back, and we'll start trolling just to cover some water until we get out to the first edge that I have marked on my GPS that I think looks the fishiest. So let's get into it. Stay tuned. Hopefully we can find some fish and learn a few things out here.
What I love about this little Yozuri crankbait is it kind of looks exactly like a little pilchard. And when you're in Florida or the Florida Keys, everything eats a pilchard or a shrimp. It's just irresistible. This is actually a freshwater crankbait, and I just swapped out the split rings and the trebles for more saltwater grade hardware. Let's get at that out there, about 50, 70 yards to start. We could get some jacks to hit this as we're moving, or snapper. If we get some snapper, that's going to be a really good sign, and that'll probably tell us to turn back around and vertical jig or drop some of our live bait, because usually the snapper are hanging on some structure. The jacks could be just free swimming, so if we get one of them, we'll probably just keep going. I gotta pay close attention to my chart here and my sonar. One or two little marks can give away all the information we need to get on a hot bite. That right there looks like some small fish on the bottom, maybe some bait suspended up higher. It's the end of the incoming tide right now, so once it switches, we'll have the current to our advantage to push us way out there. And then, you know, by the time it goes low tide, switches and starts coming in again, that's when we'll probably start working our way back in. So we're gonna give it an all-day effort, sunrise to sunset. I can't really see where Elias is at. He's out here somewhere. Oh, fish on. There's some life. Something kind of small, but it's something just to get the day started. Just a little micro jack curveball. See ya. Well, maybe that's what's on this first edge that I'm marking down on the bottom. It could just be all jacks. Let's pan out a little bit and see what else we've got going on. Oh, Elias is calling me. Yo, what's up? You slaying them?
Yo, just work your way down the ledge. I got a 22.5-inch mutton so far.
Nice, dude, nice.
I definitely found a lot of fish out here.
Nice. All right, I'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right.
Bye. So I guess Elias, he is back that way and a little bit shallower. He said he's not going to go over 15 feet. I can't say that I'm going to do the same. There we go. Not marking a lot here, but there could just be some nice mutton snapper swimming around, but just not necessarily stacked up. This area just looks fishy on the map. Oh, starting to mark some stuff right here on the bottom. Little stuff. There was a bite. Ooh, marking some better stuff down there on the bottom. On the map here it looked fishy, but I'm not liking what I'm marking here. Very little hard structure on the bottom. Just really tiny stuff that is probably small fish that's on the bottom. I'm getting like really little nibbles here, probably just more grunts. We might have to go back shallower. I definitely saw better activity in there. Oh God, there's something decent. Wow, what did I find here? Heavy fish, whatever it is. Oh. Wow. Whoa. Where did this come from? Literally just marking tiny, tiny stuff on the bottom. This might be a nice mutton. I got the leader already in the rod tip because I'm using a 25-foot leader. But he's still all the way down on the bottom. You can see him right there. That's a nice fish. Oh man, yeah, it's a stud mutton. Stud mutton. Stay hooked, baby, stay hooked. Woo, look at that one. Nice, dude. He won't open his mouth. Look on the screen though, I'm marking bigger fish now. Oh, I had him. Woo! That's a stud. We're definitely gonna have to mark this spot. Heck yeah. Definitely a PB mutton on the jig. What an awesome fish. Let's pop the hook out. Let's make a little room so we can measure them. All right, I'm right on the 0 there and stretched out. He is about 28 inches. Nice. Whew. I'm gonna get a quick pick and then throw them in our Buffalo Gear cooler. What a tank. So awesome. Box. Nice. There we go. Nice and snug. So I'm noticing over my shoulder here, I can see the tide line. It looks like the outgoing tide is starting. So that's kind of cool to note that we got that first snapper right at the very end of the incoming tide. And I think we should go try kind of on the edge of that tide line. I'm noticing the currents sweeping out pretty nicely, so the fish could have made a slight move to where there's more current. You see right here, this is the color change and the tide line. This outgoing is filled with grass and debris, and like a couple hundred yards that way there's another high spot. All right, let's try a drift here. The bottom looks a little bit harder here, like there's some more corally rock down there. Oh, fish on. Huh. What is this? I feel like I could see it down there. I'm on a rope. I don't know if it's a dead line or it might be a line that connects some of the lobster pots. Got it. Oh, that was a good bite. Definitely quite a few fish down there. They're all too tiny to eat this though, which is good because then I'm not wasting a whole lot of time with the little fish. Oh, got that one. Oh, a mini mutton, okay. So making a slight move did pay off to find another one. We'll try like 1 or 2 more drops and then I think we have to try a little pinfish. Jeez. Feisty bite right here. Oh, a little lane snapper now. To be honest, I was expecting to kind of encounter a lot of these little fish before hooking a big one. But, you know, some days you come out and you get the big one first. A 28 incher is going to be kind of hard to beat. Another one. Oh my God. We're getting smaller as the day progresses. Oh, that's gotta work. Let's see what happens. Oh, I just got 8. Oh, he dropped him. Come on back, come on back. Something grabbed the back of the pinfish and then spit it. Oh, I got cleaned off right there. That was a nice fish that smoked the pin. Let's mark that. The next one I gotta let him eat it a little bit longer. All right, it's been like 30 more minutes. No other bites, like good bites, on the pinfish and jig head combo. But I am marking some decent fish, and I also drifted up a little bit shallower onto this next little edge. Let's switch back to the jig now, and it'll be crazy if as soon as we switch back, we catch a nice keeper mutton again. Oh God, I got hammered immediately by something small. And now I'm hooked up. Oh, no way. Look at that yellowtail. Nice. Not a bad size one. These guys only have to be 12 inches in total length to keep. Oh yeah, he's about 15. We're good. Let him bleed out. In the box. Let's see if we can get something else. That was immediately though. But I guess yellowtail really don't eat live pinfish, especially when they're that size. We would have to get a really big yellowtail to eat a pinfish. But now if we get another big mutton right away while jigging, that just means these fish probably are just feeding on more bait fish that this jig imitates. Oh, that was a hard hit. Oh, there he is. Good fish right there. What is it? Oh, a nice red grouper. Sweet. I thought for a sec that was gonna be our next keeper mutton. Now what's crazy is that I drifted over the same exact spot with the pinfish. You would think that this red grouper would eat the pinfish, but he ate the jig. And I think these red grouper have to be 20 inches to keep. He's about 17, so he's going back. Marking a lot of stuff right here now. Let's try that again. How cool would it be if we could get a keeper red grouper here? I love grouper. It's so tasty. Ooh, we just went over something really fishy looking. Come on, come on. Big mutton again. That fight was so electric. We need to catch one more before we end the day today. Yeah. And that's kind of the biggest game I think we've got out here, because we're not going way out offshore. This feels decent, whatever it is. Hey, look at that. Another red grouper. This one might be a keeper too. It's gonna be close. What an awesome looking fish. It's so cool how their mouth is that bright orange red. Let's see if he's 20 inches. Oh! He doesn't want to be 20 inches. It's kind of a goofy way to measure, but he's just a hair shy of 20 inches. So this guy is gonna go back. All right, I punched in my marks and labeled where I got that red grouper. Again, I am blown away that we did not get some of these red grouper when I had the pinfish out. Ooh, red grouper city right there. Let's mark it. Oh, dang it. That was a good bite. As soon as I said that. When I leaned forward, I had a little slack in my line, but I felt that thump. There he is. Nice. I said red grouper city, right? Cool. No need to measure that one. I'm having fun, dude. This is a pretty cool little spot that we found today. Oh, just lost another one. They're all over this. I think some of these are little stuff though. Oh, another very juicy groupery rock right there. This whole zone from like 15 to 12 feet is just loaded with them. Or I guess it's probably coral heads, not rock, but it definitely marks similar to rocks on the sonar. So if you're out here, you kind of just want to look for whatever that harder bottom looks like. Look at that, a little black grouper. Sweet. They're pretty and they're tasty when they're legal. On the drop. That's something decent. Hey, we found another mutton, finally. Probably like 15 inches, 14 maybe. That's a good sign though. They seem to disappear for the last few hours. Now we just need big old Bertha to come cruising through. Eat. All right, so since it kind of seems like I've figured out exactly where the red grouper are hanging out, I think this guy seems good. Look at that, guys. I'm going right over all of the grouper structure, and every so often he gets really nervous, like something's looking at him, but then nothing. And I think these grouper must be extremely line shy. Look at that piece of structure. We've got to get a bite going over that. If not, then we're going back to jigging. And I probably won't pick up the bait again for the rest of the day unless we lose all our lures, which that's not going to happen. But dang, sometimes you just don't need live bait in the Keys. Oh, look at that. See, he's getting nervous. He's getting nervous. Something's looking at him. And is he gonna get eaten? Come on. There he is. Oh, I got cut off. I got stripped off the hook. Dang it. First real bite on the bait, so it will work. Let me try one more. Look. Oh, I just got 8. No, what? Huh. Weird. Lost my bait, lost my sinker, lost the fish. Here's Elias. Yo, what's happening?
Absolute torture. But here I am. Did you go out a couple miles, or are you kind of just working the ledge?
I'm working the close ledge. Right now I'm in like 12 to 15 feet of water.
I'm working around. I'm gonna just keep me in the loop. You'll probably bump into me if we're headed back out.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna give this like maybe one more pinfish. I'm gonna jig it for another 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna head out for the start of the incoming.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
I'll see you in a minute. Bye. All right, y'all. Fishing with the pinfish is noticeably a lot slower, and we gotta stop. It's just not gonna produce. We're going back to jigging. The sea conditions are getting a little calmer now too, and we're approaching low tide. Yeah, low tide. That's how long we've been out here. We launched at the end of the incoming, fished basically all through the outgoing, and I'm excited about that actually, because we'll be able to go back out to that spot where we got that big girl on the end of the incoming. We'll be able to fish the beginning of the incoming, and I think we'll have a shot at catching another big mutton out there. There's a fish suspended on the screen. Elias just made his way out to this same little ledge, and he went over and hit the bridge, and he said that it wasn't too good. Elias is hooked up. What, did he spit up a pinfish? Oh, it's probably my pinfish. That's what I'm thinking. No way. That's crazy.
I know it's your pinfish. I can see the nose hook and you ripped it out.
Oh, no way. Oh, that's crazy, guys. Elias came over here and started jigging and caught one of the fish that, you know, stripped the pinfish off the hook. That's crazy. I can't believe though, for the amount of reds that I got jigging, that they weren't like all over the bait more, you know? That's crazy. So Elias is gonna show me to confirm that it was my pinfish.
Look at his mouth.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Hey, well, the same fish will probably come and eat him as he sinks to the bottom. It's getting nice out here now. Whew. And we've got slack low water right now. And it kind of kicked up around midday because the current was pushing out against the wind. And once the tide switches and starts coming back in, I think it'll really get calm as we get into the evening. And I think we might have a shot at some more big muttons, maybe on that spot where we got our biggest mutton today, because that was the end of the incoming, if you remember. And I think that possibly that was like an incoming tide fish spot,
or I'm hoping so. That's what we're gonna learn by jigging it this evening. And when I fish a new area, I love to give it my all and fish 8, 10, 12 hours or 2 tides in a single day, because that's gonna help us figure it out for next time. So when we return to come back out here, then we only have to fish 3, 4, 5 hours of a single tide when I know that the fish are gonna be chewing and when they should be there. And then that's when we can really whack them good and then not have to spend a full day out here on the water. But it's hard not to wanna be out here all day when it's beautiful. My back is feeling it a little bit though. Oh, that's the worst thing about being in the kayak for that extended period of time is I have to do a lot of back stretching when I get off the water. But stay tuned, we're almost at that big mutton spot. Let's get it.
Guys, we just got out here and Elias hooked a giant. What was it? A what? 20-inch mangrove snapper? Dang. You lost them at the boat. Elias literally just dropped down, hooked into a monster mangrove. He's saying like over 20 inches, and he lost it right next to the kayak. Getting some little bites right here. Whoa, there's a big one. There we go. Nice. Whew. That might be our second mutton, the second keeper mutton of the day. It's a heavy fish, guys. Oh, woo! Listen to that drag. Oh man, that is what I'm talking about. Oh! This is a stud, especially if it's a mutton snapper. Oh man, mutton snapper throw down. This one's fighting harder than that first one we got today. This one might be bigger than 28 inches. Oh man. Whew. Another stud. Whew. Look at that beautiful mutton. So cool. What an epic fight. Nothing better than jigging them on some light tackle in the kayak here. Let's get a quick measurement on this one. This one is about 26 inches. Nice. Not as long, but this one threw down harder than that first one. Now you guys can call me crazy, but we already got plenty of meat with that first large one, so we're gonna throw this one back. See ya. Let's save that mark. 26 incher.
Vertical or you're casting?
Vertical. All right, let's get back down there. And I know some of you guys are gonna call me crazy for releasing that 26 incher, but to be honest, I prefer to keep them when they're like 18 to like 20, 22 inches. The fillets are a little thinner, they fit in the frying pan a little better. And I kept the 28 incher because I didn't know if I was gonna get another one. And I've got plenty of meat with that and the yellowtail already in there. And yeah, if we get a, just to keep, and if we get one that's right in that 18 to 22 inch range, we'll definitely throw them in the box. It's nice seeing those big ones swim off. And it's so cool that right now we're able to catch them with some relatively light tackle. And I don't want to say it, but the tax man hasn't shown himself yet. I shouldn't even have said that. God dang. No way, I got cut. Cut it off instantly. Didn't even feel the bite, just slice. There he is. Something good right there. On that squid tracks. Nice. Hey, look at that. A little red grouper. It's kind of cool. These grouper can drum, so you can kind of hear them. See ya. All right, y'all, we're heading in and it is 5:27 p.m. Elias started heading in around 5 o'clock and I was gonna fish till sunset and it's getting pretty close, but when Elias started going in, I was like, you know, that's not a bad idea. We got plenty of fish, we learned a lot, and how cool is that, that the 28 incher, when we first found that spot, first drop, boom, we caught that fish, and the incoming tide ended, couldn't get any more, and then we putzed around all day. We found some more fish, but nothing like that first mutton. But then we went back out there, first or second drop, and bam, we got that 26 incher. Oh, I just love stuff like that. And now the next time I come out, I won't have to fish 8 to 10, 12 hours out here to kind of figure it out. I'm gonna bank on coming out and just fishing that entire incoming tide on that spot, and we can maybe then get our limit of muttons and get out of here, go do something else, or just call it a day. And I love that about fishing. That's the beauty of putting in the time, and it definitely makes me feel really fulfilled in the end of the day. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button down below, and the little bell notification so you know when I post future uploads. Also, check out Elias's channel, which I'll have linked in the description. And all my tackle and equipment will be down there, and as well as the information for the Buffalo Gear Cooler with a little discount code. And yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, fillet up the fish. I hope to see you in the next episode. And like always, folks, live to fish, fish to live.